Hi, this is Dan Wangerin, and I'm down here in my little mini shop, and I've got the music of the new album that I just did. It's on Bandcamp now. It's called Bigger ELP, but I'm not really here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the fact that whenever I'm at gigs or whenever I'm at rehearsals, I find myself thinking to myself, I really do feel sorry for my guitar players because they don't have Rimshot-Locs. And here, let me show you what Rimshot-Locs are. They lock your tension rods in tune by locking right underneath the die-cast or triple flange tubes. This is a triple flange tube. With wood hoops you can lock it to the lug housing, and with bass drums you can lock it to the lug housing. I've been finding myself in situations where I go to somebody's house and I use their drum kit, and their drum kit doesn't have Rimshot-Locs on them. And if I had my way, every drum kit would have Rimshot-Locs on them. It would save a lot of time and a lot of trouble, like tuning and all of that. And I've actually seen cases where the tension rods have not only backed out and gone out of tune, but they've come out all together and they've fallen on the floor. They go missing, and it's not something that you really want to have happen. And you know those times when you're behind your kit and you go and it sounds like blah, and you just have this look on your face like this. I never have that with Rimshot-Locs, and I recommend that every drummer try them. It's not a gimmick. It's not, it really all just comes down to physics, really. It solves a problem that has gone on with drums for years. And not only that, but they actually even make your drums sound better. And I think it has to do with the fact that it locks underneath the hoop and it makes everything sound truer. That's my opinion. That's kind of why when I'm using drums with triple flange tubes, I actually like to have it locked underneath, the key, where the key goes on, right underneath the hoop, versus, on the lug housing. There's some drums that I have that actually have those long tension rods, and I had to actually lock some of them on the lug housing. I don't always like to do that, but I'm getting new. I'm planning on getting new lugs for my my Danimal custom kit. You guys have probably seen the Danimal custom kit if you've seen my YouTube channel, and so yeah, I mean, these things have really saved me a lot of trouble, and the only thing that really happens now is what I like to do sometimes to alter the sound of a snare drum is I like to basically take the snare strainer and loosen them sometimes, tighten them sometimes. Depending on the snare drum, depending on the situation. I will admit that this snare drum really does sound good with the snares loose. That's why I've got, 42 strand snares on this. And, but yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that I can think of that has me, wanting, tuning anything is the snare strainer. But as far as taking out a drum key, I never have to. And if you're not using Rimshot-Locs, then you really should be. I mean, you really there's really there's no gimmick. There's no, like I said before, it just comes down to physics. Everything really just does come down to physics. And you can actually get them at a drum store that I endorse. I was just actually at the Boston store fairly recently. 247 drums in Boston and Winchester, Massachusetts. And they're good people. They'll have the Rimshot-Locs for you. This is Dan Wangerin, over and out.